It's his fucking shirt. Shirt alright, man. Sokalitsu. Yeah, I destroyed some emotes, but they're getting replaced. Better versions. Oh, we got some fresh ones. Nothing anybody really used. So hopefully they get used once they're fixed. I wonder if I fix the shock, if that would look better. It's a little small when I look at it. I just don't know if that one's even good, to be real with you. Alright, we do our last mission here while people roll in. Give people a chance. Let's get some music or something. This is like testimony, surely. Okay. Man, I could not stop laughing last night on that fucking Grey case, man. I wish I could find some more that are funny. I started another one, but it wasn't terribly funny. I don't know what all's been recorded that's good, but that Greg one was too fucking good, man. The heart, the soul, we are one. I can't remember what he said after that. So much fucking funny shit, dude. Inner Greg, yeah. Inner Greg was the shit, dude. Fucking Outer Greg just constantly talking, man. The curse is broken, man. Yeah, at least he had some theories. Prosecution, all they ever did was just like, penalty, penalty, penalty. Zero evidence, yeah. I don't remember seeing a single piece of evidence in that. Fucking, Trucy was probably the only one that actually looked like they're playing the game. The Mr. White was pretty good too. Alright. All done on this. Page 85, that's trustworthy.
Objection!
Legit. Never underestimate the elders, man. What can we trust Mr. Ives as neighbor? Could easily be bought out. Mr. Justice. Nobody's here right now, so I can actually have the door open. It's a lot cooler in here. A benevolent ruler.
Hold it.
Do tell. Would like to meet this man. Really? Would you vote for this man? Absolutely not. Seems very trustworthy. Trustworthy is what he is, man. I'm sure he makes some great deals. He's a great deal maker.
Hold it.
That guy's got like the samurai top going on, like the feudal lord top going on. That guy is a loser though, like nobody likes him. And his fucking nameplate, got like a fucking sticker on it. He says some nice things, but he's being a douche about it. And I just walked off. I was like, alright.
Hold it.
It's made in Japan. You mean Los Angeles? Los Angeles, Japan. Tried to finish it, but it didn't end. That's rough, brother, when you want it to end and it don't. That's why I don't like knowing exactly how long a game is. Because, like, if it ever goes past that, I feel like I'm impatient. Because I'm already getting ready for the next thing and all that. It depends on how good a game is, too, but sometimes it could be an issue. I feel like my voice today is weaker, not as strong. Or maybe it's fine. Maybe I'm just too chilled. That's fine. As long as I'm audible.
Hold it.
This guy's a fuck, man.
Hold it.
Okay.
Hold it.
Let's ask him about that. Might as well ask him about everything. The finest Italian plastic. What's up, Delcati? Bow, 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 down. Okay. I'm dead? Right on, man. Hopefully he died hard. It's a bang. Food's good, man. My friend gave me his pizza that was in the fridge, so I got food for the day. Although I've already been up for a good little bit, doing work on the stream. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys the bit thing. I won't make anybody donate to see it. The new one. We'll see which one pops up. No, wrong one, man. It's a 50-50 shot, man. Or is it? Jesus. I guess it's possible, right? Good God. Hey, let me check something. Let me make sure, man. Yeah, it's there, man. What are the chances of that, man? Let me see if maybe there's something wrong with the normal one. It could be that it just does it if somebody actually does the bits. I don't know if I can actually do a test version of this. Yeah, okay. We'll see what happens when people do bits, but I could do a test specifically of this. Oh wait, I tested it again. Let me turn it up a bit. Need to turn it up quite a bit. What's up, Ripper? Thanks for the bits, man. I think as I'm testing all this shit, it's not popping up. I could have put it over, like the text over the image, but I figured this was alright. Let me see if this is loud enough. Fucking Cooper, man. Shit was funny last night. I watched a few episodes last night. Gave me 2 rides. Maybe I'll just turn up the volume to 100%, man. At episode 8 yet? Is that where the shit hits the fan? Let me see where I'm at. Don't. I don't think so. I think I'm about to watch 8. Thanks, Ripper. Let me see. Let me see if I recognize anything here right in the front. Oh, there's some weird shit going on. No, I don't recognize that. Alright, now I'm gonna watch 8 tonight. I was gonna watch them before the stream, but I ended up working on the stream the whole time. Should I have the text over the hello? Or just keep it underneath? Cause I could put it, weird shit is an accurate description, yeah. Because the beginning episodes were weird, and then it got more kind of normal Twin Peaks for the last few episodes. But there was some other shit. When that guy hit that fucking kid, I was like, damn. Image above text. I'd have the text over the image, but I think that's kind of weird sometimes. Let's test it. I guess that's fine. I don't mind it. It's a pretty short bit message. But that's because the video, I don't want it to stay longer than the video really is, so. Alright, we'll do that. It takes up less space too. I thought about putting the chat over my camera when we actually get it rolling, but sometimes my camera's really small, so we'll see what happens. Let's get back to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. I don't know if I'll watch any today since I've been fucking around all day. Might end up just doing it tomorrow, but I want to move the schedule forwards a little bit today, maybe. Made in Japan. Is there any way we could disprove that?
Objection!
The Matama motif, not a Japanese thing, right?
Take that!
Might be that they use the reason that they like hit it, not hit it, but put it in some kind of holder, you know, that would just happen to be a Curane or some shit. I mean, that might be their reasoning. I'm pretty sure this thing is not the crystal of Amy Faye, but you know.
Objection! Objection!
I want to pay homage to it.
Objection!
What is that? Sure. Probably like can't do it. But the opaque crystal orb is the key. Maybe by the end they're both the same, man. Not really sure what here would prove that. We could just say that the doctor says it's a fucking founder's orb. I thought we already presented that earlier. I doubt this is anything but I feel like maybe it doesn't exist and it's like a trick. This is where we get into it being a murder. What? Murder? Follow me. It's interesting that they're both just like super professional about it. It's a cool little back and forth. A lot more on equal ground. Okay. Precisely.
Objection!
Maybe. I'm gonna pin the blame on someone else then. Apollo versus Phoenix, yeah. We're trying to find out whether the Founder's Orb is actually the Founder's Orb or it's the Crystal of Amy Faye. The Defiant Dragons and their leader are Apollo's clients. And then the Attishan kid is Phoenix's clients. Although I feel like Phoenix would prefer to agree with Apollo, but like maybe it's a professional thing. But yeah, we don't really know why he's doing it, and like, or if it's just a job or whatever. But it's nothing like betrayal or like emotionally charged or nothing. It's pretty much. It's pretty much they just got two different clients. So he wants to defend this guy, so he's willing to go up against Phoenix. Sly account creation. Master hacker, dude. The heart, the soul. We are one. Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing, dude. I was crying, man. That last just like fucking pursuit where he's like putting down the fucking, they like let him just fucking do his theories and shit. And then he won. It's like the fucking best. I was dying, dude. The crescendo, yeah. Yeah, everybody just blew up. I need to turn off the fade off. That makes it not last long enough. Thanks for the bit, man. Do I really have to do anything? And zoom out, down. I guess we could just have it slide out. Fucking bouncing, dude. Bounce is like the worst shit. Let me try this. I don't want any kind of like exit really, because it starts before the thing's even good to go. Let me make it like a 3-second. So I'm sitting here like adjusting, but there we go, that's fine. And trust extensions. They need to come to the land of 2017, my brother. But maybe there's something weird about the Sad Panda one.
Objection!
Why is this the only time Phoenix ever thinks he's a boss, man? Phoenix plays the bitch boy all the time. And then now he's like, I'm the best. We just don't play the cases where he's on his A game? Yeah, that's true. Maybe his best cases are like ones that don't start off with murder. Five games on his back, but he never actually acts like he's good until right here when he's up against one of his own homeboys. Phoenix has a criminally low like confidence meter. I feel like he has like no swag, man. He doesn't it doesn't seem like he can handle it, but he just does. Picks the most retarded cases, yeah. It's true. I guess he came in prepared enough this time. Who would want if we play a 1-1 repeatedly for 4 games? What is 1-1? If you're trying to say that Phoenix should never be confident, same goes that he shouldn't always be a pussy. It's called a balance. I thought Phoenix was more confident in the first 3 games. Like he played the bitch boy sometimes, but he also was pretty boss. It's the first case in the first game. I mean, I don't know if you think I'm a retard, but I know that. But like, what is special about 1-1? Back to Love Love, enjoy, dude. Let me know how that is, man. I want to play that. Are you just saying like? I thought that pertained to like our talk about him being not confident at all. Or are you just saying like 1-1 for 4 games straight? It's easy? Okay. I'm not saying confident means it's like hard or easy. I'm saying like you could have somebody who like Edgeworth who like, you know, hits you with some heavy shit, but then you got to figure out some heavy shit, and then Phoenix just acts, you know, confident, and you just back and forth till you win. And then at the end, maybe at the end he could be like worried, but he's still like, the dialogue and shit's confident. Just occasionally. Could have a couple cases where he's just like, he's got it. Doesn't mean it has to be easy. Who would want to play that case? A case where he's a little more confident? That doesn't have anything to do with how fun the fucking case is, man. And it doesn't mean you can't have twists or surprises. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Can we really trust this guy, man? I mean, this dude could have done the murder. Even just a few lines of confidence. He's very... always on the back foot in this game. I know the situation's kind of like that, but really... since Hobo Phoenix, he hasn't had anything. I mean, Hobo Phoenix was pretty confident. They could have a mix of that in there. Like, you could be given a difficult situation, present the evidence, and Phoenix is just like, I'm a beast, And then maybe in the last third it'd be okay. If we got all of Phoenix's cases and we just have repeats of bullshit no one cares about, well, that's a totally different topic. I didn't talk about that for a single second, but if you want to talk about it, we can. I wasn't under the implication that we didn't already have all of his cases. They don't talk about him doing many cases outside these ones. You're saying that, like, in the lore, we're getting like the 10% of the cases that are actually interesting or whatever. If they actually confirm that, then sure. But I mean, I feel like that's something they don't even need to mention, since it doesn't really change anything. So many cases in all the games, like, you can just assume these are all of his cases, like. I mean, you could assume there's also, he's done some other ones, but I mean, I don't know if it'd be interesting or not, right? I guess. The one where he lost his badge, yeah. And that one was all sort of covered. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to think that maybe he's done other ones. It would make more sense over all the years that he's done more. Now we're just getting some of them. But from like a game standpoint, I don't think it really matters. It's not like they made like 100 premises and then they just picked the best ones and called the others his old cases. Like, there's probably only, these ones. There's been a case since the last one a few times. I know in the first few games he didn't get a whole lot of money, right? Like, he didn't get a whole lot of cases in general. I feel like he only got a lot of reputation like around the third game and like when they went 3D for sure. I guess in Apollo Justice, but I mean, he had kind of like infamy, but I wouldn't call him like, obviously he wasn't getting much work. I mean, his first case back is the whale case after 9 years, and then the rest of those cases in Dual Destinies are right after one another. Now, there could be something between the games, for sure. What is this? I feel like Phoenix knows that he has to do this to like actually be able to prove the murder. He's like leading it into a murder. You know? And then he can prove that this guy's murder so that he can actually prove that the Founder's Orb, you know, like, is theirs. Phoenix have a case in AJ. He had a case where it was a flashback where he lost his badge, but that was still 9 years before. Otherwise, he just helped. I think it was all Apollo. He gave him fucking forged evidence at the end. That was funny.
Hold it!
Yeah, I don't think I had any cases like standalone. Do you feel like the game should focus on one attorney, though? Sometimes I do. But I think either can be fine. I feel like in the first 3 games you really enjoyed Phoenix being the attorney. Like, you liked him being there. I don't care really a whole lot about any of the defense attorneys anymore. They're not really as entertaining. The prosecutors and the witnesses are like, we're all the metas. Or before I loved, you know, hearing Phoenix's bullshit, you know, because it's like, you were with him the whole game. It's like, you gotta see all his bullshit, you know, get all the reactions, and it was just like the whole way through. He was more entertaining in the first 3, so I like, if it was just him, I'd be fine if it was exactly like the first 3. But since he's not as entertaining anymore, I don't mind them switching. I don't really like Athena. I don't mind the Apollo and Phoenix switching, but I don't think they should force down characters unless they've really got some good shit for them. The Athena case felt like it was just there to put Athena in for a case. It felt very not important. It was a short case. Very little going on. Like, the best part about it was fucking Blackwell. So the character development's already happened for them? Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind it. Really. I think it's fine. I think they introduced too many attorneys, though. I feel like Athena was too much. Like, have another one right after. I mean, Apollo only got 4 goddamn cases in his first game, man. If that. I think the series should have switched for Apollo for a few more games, like with Nick for 1 through 3. I think they should have given him at least one more game, for sure. One more game, and then maybe like having Phoenix tutor him more, and Phoenix kind of coming back into the fold a little bit, but it's still being chiefly about Apollo and maybe his backstory and development a little more. Because then we could get really more into the character. And then when they're teaming up, switching cases back and forth, you like really know the dudes, you know? Like, I feel like everybody's too simple now, man. I don't know. Like, Apollo's good, and I guess Phoenix is good, but I don't know. There's nothing really, like, super important with them. Right, like, I mean, there's important shit with Athena, but, like, as soon as they're, like, individual shit's done, it's kind of whatever. I guess Apollo has important shit in this. I'm interested in Apollo shit. I'm more interested in Apollo right now than I am with Phoenix. Already had their run still hanging on. Yeah. I definitely feel like they should stop adding either. I think adding new characters is good, but I want them to be focused on, like, pretty much what I'm saying is they should just have Apollo had another game or two. Like, I know they're trying to introduce more and more dudes, but when you keep all the old characters in there and you add more dudes, it like waters it down. If you're gonna keep the old dudes, just add in like one new attorney and then give him like hella development. And then just throw in like all new prosecutors and a bunch of crazy shit. Yeah, the next game will be cool, hopefully, man. Switch a whole fresh set of characters out of the mix they have now. Yeah, I feel like that'd be the most exciting thing, really. I think if they just threw out every character they had now and just made a totally fresh set with like kind of like maybe a little bit of a new setting, like, you know, another entertaining like judge or some shit, and then just like a really solid, like if they could recreate like the Phoenix, like Edgeworth kind of like feel between like a fresh set of characters, like just like a really fun like duo mix, I think that'd be strong. That's why they should have just made more Apollo shit. Like even Apollo Justice, like Apollo Justice was great, and then they like, even near the end they were starting to do too much Phoenix shit, and then they just threw it all out in Dual Destinies. Like I think they interwove them fine, but at that point they introduced a third new character, or a second new character, and it's just like, I feel like it just watered down the mold. I feel like there's characters that needed entire games more than just one time. Like in Apollo Justice's game, it's like, it's just him for a lot of it, you know? So that was a good game. I feel like they could have done another 2 of those or another one of those and it would have rooted it down more. But I feel like just when you're getting a taste of him, because you only got a taste, really, because there's so much Phoenix shit. Like, you only got a taste, like, as soon as you're kind of, you know, like, okay, this is cool. It's just back to Phoenix for the most part. The feedback to AJ was negative, so went back to the old characters, yeah. See, that's the thing, is like, I wouldn't mind just a game with Phoenix, and then that was it, but like, I don't think they've got, I don't know, the writing in them anymore. I just don't think Phoenix is as interesting anymore. There's something about him that's just not as good. It's hard to explain, you know? Like, he's not as entertaining as he was in the first 3. I think it would have been fine to do a 4th and 5th game if they kept the writing as solid for him. But I just don't think he's as strong a character anymore, and they're just afraid to not have him in there. I mean, fucking A, dude. Like, I mean, the Great Ace Attorney is like a totally different set of people, you know? That's the thing, is they're just scared to even like fucking localize the shit, man. Like, Maybe that's all we need. Maybe we could keep the main series with this collection of different people, then like upgrade them with like background. But Shutakumi, I thought he was finished after 3. I thought everything after 3 wasn't him. Possibly it was an Apollo Justice. I know for sure he wasn't in Dual Destinies in this one. But he does the Great Ace Attorney. So, pretty sure he's making all those. Alright.
Hold it!
I think they've made Apollo more and more interesting. I think he's a stronger and stronger character every game. Like, I like him even more now than I did after the first 2. And they're actually giving him a lot more development in this, as like, you know, him actually like becoming like, you know, the attorney. Like, he's not just like a bitch anymore. Like, I feel like Phoenix is probably trusting him right now to beat him in a way so that he can get his true goals or whatever, probably the Founders Orb shit figured out or some shit. He trusted him with Trucy and shit. See, I thought Trucy was good. Like, I mean, I thought the Trucy wingman with Apollo was great. Clavier was a fine prosecutor. Like, I feel like they could have taken that for another couple of games, but like, they're still developing him well. I feel like they should have just dropped Athena. Or maybe introduced her in this one as like a new person. But I guess you can't really do that. I don't know. She's okay, man. She feels kind of like a sideshow, dude. In the last game, like, she was more important, but she never felt important as an attorney. Where Apollo actually does. I feel like Athena's too crazy sometimes, man. I feel like you want somebody who can be crazy and surprised and emotional, but also someone who can be like smart and serious, kind of like the Apollo Phoenix thing. Like, they're similar, but they've got their like they're very different people, but like they feel similar, you know? Like, they're not like super different. Like, Athena's really fucking different, and I feel like she's cool, but I feel like she's gonna be a side character more often than she is gonna be like a mainstay. And hopefully they can change that. Hey, maybe not the boss, but you know. I like that he's getting better. I like him a lot now. I almost like playing Apollo more than I do Phoenix, man. I felt like there was more I felt like there's more inner monologue shit in the first few games. Was there not? I feel like there was a lot more stuff they were thinking to themselves. A lot more. They said a lot more shit. Sometimes I feel like in this game they're just kind of like just a billboard. You just kind of they just bounce a quick little comment off of. I mean, they go into like their theories on what's actually happening, but like there's not a whole lot of personal shit. I feel like. I agree, Fast. I thought that was her best so far. That's what I'm saying, though. She's like a wingman. She's like a side character. She doesn't feel like she should have her own cases. Yeah, she really sucks as like the actual attorney. I think they made her too much of this. They wanted her to be like so different from like Apollo and Phoenix, where these like really similar guys, that like she's not actually that interesting. Like, I don't know. I feel like they worry too much about making her different. I feel like the Apollo and Phoenix, like, kind of archetype have something that make them interesting for, like, that many games and cases. Where, like, the peppy, super emotional person, like, that's cool. But, like, you want somebody who can also be, like, not retarded and serious. And I mean, you're with them for a very long time, and it's like a mental, like, thing. Like, that's the whole point, you know? Like, she just felt like, I don't know. She feels like she feels like too much of the same shit. She just gets old, right? Like, she feels like a gimmick sometimes to me. She's not bad, but I much prefer the Apollo shit. I wish they had, like, him say more shit sometimes. I thought in Apollo Justice, they actually had Apollo say a lot of shit. Like there was a lot of, like, you know, Clavier giving him shit, and he'd be, like, saying a lot of shit in his mind, or, you know, that's another problem I think with them switching characters too much, is you don't really get in their shoes for, like, that long. You don't really get connected that long. I liked it when I was like, Phoenix the whole game, like, you're really in tune with him. I was like, oh man, all this shit talk he's saying, like, oh, I'm right with him there, you know. You know what he's saying, you know how he's gonna react and shit, like, it's fun. And I was like, you're fucking switching so often. It's like everybody kind of feels like a sideshow. Like, nobody feels like the dude, you know. Hobo Phoenix is good. See, I thought that was a cool little change up on him. Anyways, yeah, I feel like Athena's just not that interesting, man. I think it has something to do with the front door, right?
Objection!
I'm not really gonna look that hard, but alright, we should probably press everything. Yeah, pianist feel, please. Like, I don't hate Athena. I don't think that there's, like, no hope for Athena. I just don't think she's as strong as the other two. And I'd prefer, honestly, if they just cut the fat. Like, they could just get rid of her and focus more on the other two guys.
Hold it!
Isn't the front door, like, in the back? Some weird way? Never mind. Like, I know that it's the front door, but I mean, I've had a front door that was off to the side. It was the big door, but it was, like, not as, you know, useful. That was the reasoning there. Yeah, she can be cringy. I don't, the heart thing, I was like, okay, man, we get it. I think that it felt too, like, drastic. Like, she had super serious, like, oh, murder, like, I'm going crazy, like, shit in the last one. And or if she's just, like, you know, super angry, super happy. Like, she's never just, like, really, you never can connect with her. She never feels like she can be good, you know, like, good at what she's doing. I feel like you save all the wacky characters and shit for, like, side characters. Like, you know, investigations with Franny would be fun, man. Give, you know, like, go deeper into the character, like, make it, she's serious on the inside, but still, you know, feisty and shit. Like, I think they can make Athena a better attorney. But right now, she's too much of a one-trick pony. Blackwell Samurai Adventures ripoff. Yeah, there you go, dude. In the clink, man. It's just like a fucking Muso game in prison. Or like a Yakuza game or some shit. Where's the autopsy? Problems controlling her emotions? Not like clinically. She's just a very expressive person. I don't think she's got like an actual problem.